Good evening, parents, family, and friends. Welcome to our 14th annual Spring Choir Concert. These students have worked hard to prepare this evening's concert for you and are proud to share their efforts with you tonight. In order to make this evening's concert run as quickly and as smoothly as possible, we have included our choirs and schools' upcoming events on the back of your program. Some quick announcements before we begin. Finals are May 18th, 21st, and 22nd, and we will be on a regular schedule for those days. Our awards assembly is Wednesday, May 23rd in the gym. 9th grade will begin at 9 o'clock and 8th grade will begin at 10:40. A few reminders before we begin. Check your cell phones and make sure they are off or on silent. We are trying to get a recording of tonight's performance for study purposes and would like to get the best recording possible. Also, this is very distracting to the performers and other audience members as well. If you have small children, please sit near an exit so that if your child becomes restless or noisy, you can step out of the auditorium with your child until they are settled again. Again, we are recording and would like to get the best recording possible. Audience members should refrain from talking during the performance. It detracts from the other audience members' enjoyment and the ability to hear their child sing. We respectfully ask for your cooperation. Our students have studied and practiced the proper etiquette for concerts such as this, and we ask that you follow their lead. This concert is different from other concerts the choir presents throughout the year. There will be lots of costumes, solos, and choreography. While we want you to enjoy the concert, it is still necessary for the audience to behave appropriately. Please refrain from yelling out during the performance or while a choir is on stage. Applause is the only appropriate response in order to show your appreciation, not screaming out or yelling, and this should only happen at the end of a song or not during the song. There will be many solos throughout the concert. Please hold your applause until the end of each song, not after the solo, so that performers can hear and the next soloist can be heard. We will acknowledge soloists at the end of each song. Tonight's choirs are under the direction of Nathan Olson and Kara Sedberry. Hello, GJHS 101.4 listeners. Thank you for tuning in on your drive home. We have a special drive time show for you this evening, taking you through some of the music that changed the music world as we know it. Let's get this started off right with Bella Voce singing Why Do Fools Fall in Love by Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. Gloria Estefan's hit Turn the Beat Around, which brought Latin music to the top of the charts in the 90s, and the song that changed 2017 by challenging everyone to show their true colors, This Is Me. Welcome to the show.
Why do fools fall to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken part. Learn to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious.
And we're back here on GJHS 104.1. And wow, wasn't that fantastic? We'd like to thank our sponsors for their support. This next group is brought to you by Special Blend, the local coffee shop at GJHS. They offer fantastic coffee blends and sweet treats for you to brighten up your morning. Stop by Special Blend today. In 1961, Ben E. King released the hit Stand By Me. To this day, there have been 400 recorded versions of this song, and it has had $17 million in royalties paid since 1961. In 1964, The Temptation captured the heart of every girl in America with My Girl. The Temptation have been charting hits for 40 years. Through the years, the group's trademark razor-sharp choreography Finely tuned vocal harmonies and a number of compelling lead singers made them an exemplars of the Motown style. Here they are, Advanced Men.
What can Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is GJHS 104.1 with your evening drive time show. Our next song features 5 brothers from Gary, Indiana, who became one of the biggest pop groups of musical history. One of Motown's most successful acts in the 1970s, the Jackson 5. They had 4 of their first hit singles go to the top of the Billboard charts. But the group's appeal was more than just musical. They were amongst the first black teen idols to appeal to a white audience. They were among the first, the Jackson 5's mix of mind-blowing musical talent and sheer charisma earned the family a status of pop royalty. Later, this helped Michael Jackson's legendary solo career launch to what we know it is today. Here is Advanced Men and Select Men with hits from the Jackson 5.
In just a moment. This year, the Arkansas Choral Directors Association recognized individual students enrolled in vocal music who also excel in academic achievement. The program features 2 levels of recognition based on a 4.0 grading scale. The Distinguished Academic Achievement is 3.5 to 4.0, and Excellence is 3.0 to 3.49. We would like to recognize these students at this time. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Students, please stand when you hear your name. If you're in the audience, Mr. Button, could we have the house lights? If you're on the stage and I call your name, just come out to the front and we'll recognize everybody at the end. And it's a really good problem to have when we have a lot of names to read for something this great. So here we go. Silver status, that's excellent, 3.0 to 3.49. Omar Abdallah, Drake Akuj, AJ Antabas, Amavelin Barrientos, David Barroso, Peter Bieja, Reedy Benjamin, Paola Bravo, Connor Brooks, Angel M. Campos, Daisy Cardona, Brandon Castillo, Heriberto Ceja Martinez, Anna Cetino, Brittany Chavez, Iwo Changam, Angel Correa, James David, Madison Davis, Daisy De Santiago, Rojen De Broom, Christian Dominguez, Lynette Eddy, Stephanie Escobar, Carolina Estrada Suarez, Diana Frare, Jennifer Garcia, Johnny Garcia, Helen Gomez Jimenez, Joshua Harms, Samson Heckers, Hunter Hickman, Christine Jeek, Erickson Gelock, Tana Joash, Amaya Johnson, Antonia Laguna, Gloria Yanito, Chris Lujano, Jason Macias, Gwen Maccabee, Henry Maldonado, Jose A. Martinez, Areli Medrano, Nalicia Mejban, Alexis Mitchell, Elvis Monroy, Brianna Necessary, Angelica Nubla, David Nunez, Angeli Ortiz, Clarissa Ortiz, Cesar Osorio, Diana Pacheco, Kevin Perez, Pauline Peter, Laura Reyes, Alexander Rivera, Crystal Rodriguez, Alexis Rojas, Ulysses Ruan, Brian Sandoval, Karen Sandoval, Daniel Salcedo, Mike Solis, Fernando Soto, Miley Tokju, Armina Tatake, Jimmy Thomas, Cindy Torres, Andre Valdez, and William Van Brunt. These are our 3.0 to 3.49 grade point averages for first semester. Gold status, or distinguished, 3.5 to 4.0. Lizbeth Abrigo, Bianca Aguilar, Guadalupe Alvarado, Chesney Anderson, Guadalupe Araujo, Juana Araujo, Bryce Atwood, Margarita Ayala, Adriana Bachelor, Isabella Beltran, Maria Bonilla, Angel I. Campos, David Carmel, Damian Carmona, Freddie Castro, Cooper Combs, Chloe Crane, Emma Dateweiler, Isai De Lora, Peter Duongmeni, Crystal Espinosa, Jimena Fernandez, Karen Figueroa, Katie Flores, Julian Frias, Ian Jellicame, Abigail Gray, Karen Guzman, Caitlin Hutchinson, Esme Jackson, Mercy Lynn James, Lizbeth Lopez, Halsey Listo, Monica Mencia, Marin, Alicia Martin, Whitney McCormick, Gavin McVeigh, Karen Morales, Carter Moss, Silcia Mote, Melanie Navarrete, Christina Nino, Magali Palma, Guadalupe Perez, Jonathan Perez, Yasmin Pina, Stephanie Polanco, Jonathan Pulido, Valeria Quintanilla, Angie Rivas, George Razzo, Lysandra Silva, Ashley Solera, Edwin Soto, Michaela Starkey, Draco Tatios, Wendy Torres, Perla Vasquez, Christopher Watley, Danners Wiley, and Johnny Wilson. These are your 3.5 to 4.0 grade point averages.
Won't you please let me Wow, the Jackson 5 really had some catchy tunes. They're one of my favorites. For those of you just joining us tonight for the drive home, we are taking a look at music that changed the world. So many groups changed the way music is performed today. It's absolutely incredible. From America's Elvis Presley, whose smooth sound and signature dance moves confirmed rock and roll was here to stay, to England's lads from Liverpool, the Beatles, whose groundbreaking music and vocals forever changed popular music and lives.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over.
She had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Why she had to go, I don't know. it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such phone. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Johnny got his six-string guitar. Now he's holding it, but he used to make it tough, so tough. Things are running away. She lies in the night, Tommy whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday we gotta hold on to what we've got. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer, living on a prayer. Gotta hold on, ready or not. You live for the fight when it's all that you got. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. A prayer.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our second sponsor, Miss Fortenberry's Fat Classes, serving up funky fresh food since 2004. Just stop in anytime and see what's cooking. Miss Fortenberry's Fat Classes, a proud sponsor since 2004. In the 60s, groups like the Supremes and the Marvelettes took the radio by storm with hit after hit, showcasing girl power. In 1966, Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel was their first hit, and was often said to portray the world Simon and Garfunkel saw, and how meaningless our words could become if there was no one willing to listen. And in '73, the #1 song twice on the Billboard Hot Country Countdown was none other than Dolly Parton's I Will Always Love You. The song made a comeback in 1992 when it was covered by Whitney Houston and stayed at the top of the Billboard 100 for almost 14 weeks, making it one of the best-selling singles of all time. From the birth of the Beehive to classic country, these songs changed the way the world viewed popular music forever.
decades, women have been topping the charts with hit songs as diverse as the female artists who perform them. From rock and roll's Carole King to country's Dolly Parton and R&B's Diana Ross and Destiny's Child, girls have not only had fun, but have made musical history.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you'll get to like it if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. My little baby sister can do it with ease. It's easier than learning your ABCs. So come on, do the locomotion. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Hey, Mr. Postman. Mr. Postman, look and see. Oh yeah. Is there a letter in your file? Please, Mr. Postman. It's such a long time. Oh yeah. What did you hear from that boy of mine? There must be some words today from my boyfriend so far away. Please, Mr. Postman, look and see. Is there a letter for me? Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait a minute, Mr. Post. Wait a minute, Mr. Post. Deliver the letter, the sooner the better. Ooh, baby love, my baby love, I need you, oh how I need you. But all you do is treat me bad, break my heart and leave me sad. Tell me what did I do wrong to make you stay away so long? Need to hold you once again, my love, feel your warm embrace, my love. Instead of breaking up, go our love away. Making up, go our love away. Go our love away. Baby, 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 my baby love. My folks were always putting him down, down, down. They said he came from the wrong side of town. They said he came from the wrong side of town. That's why I fell for the leader of the pack. That's why I fell for the leader of the pack.
My old friend, I've come to talk to you again because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and a vision that was planted
I'm going to try to go quickly, but also want to make sure these kids get the recognition they deserve. In the fall, members of Select Men and Cantate auditioned for the Region 5 All-Region Choir. With over 1,000 students auditioning and only 300 accepted, it is an honor, to say the least, to be selected as a member of this prestigious choir. We are very excited to recognize these students tonight with their All-Region certificate and letterman's pin. Students, as we call your name, please come to the front of the stage to be recognized and line up, and we will give you your certificate after the concert if you could stay to pick it up. Abigail Gray, Adriana Bachelor, Alexis Miller, Angelica Nubla, Bryce Atwood, Carter Moss, Charlie Riersi, Caitlin Hutchinson, Chloe Crane, Chris Lujano, Connor Brooks, Crystal Espinosa, Dominic Hurton, Drake Akuj, Edwin Soto, Elvis Monroy, Emma Dateweiler, Gavin McVeigh, Gloria Yanito, Guadalupe Alvarado, Halsey Listo, Helem Gomez, Heriberto Ceja, Ian Gelacame, Isai De Lora, Joey River, Karen Figueroa, Jonathan Pulido, Juana Araujo, Katie Flores, Lilu Hanley, Lizbeth Lopez, Michaela Starkey, Mercy James, Pauline Peter, Peter B. Aja, Rosie DeBroom, Samson Heckers, Valeria Quintanilla, and Wendy Torres. Please help me congratulate these students for their hard work. We are also excited to share with you that in November, 5 members of the GJHS choirs were accepted into the Southwest American Choral Directors Association Regional Honor Choir. These choirs are comprised of students from Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Colorado, Missouri, Kansas, and Arkansas. Each student prepared a solo audition, which was then recorded and submitted for judging. After being accepted, they had the responsibility of learning an entirely new program to be formed at the regional convention held this year in Oklahoma City. They worked extremely hard to earn their spot in this honor choir. I know the memories they made were well worth it, and it was an honor working with them. They were so very well prepared and excited to have made this prestigious choir, and they are exceptional musicians, so it was a pleasure. Students, as I call your name, please come to the front of the stage to be recognized and receive your award, and we'll hold our applause until the end. Edwin Soto, Bryce Atwood, Ian Gelacame, Wendy Torres, and Caitlin Hutchinson. Yeah, no, you can go. The George Choir Who's Who Awards. These awards go to students who have gone above and beyond in some way to make their choir better. Please come to the stage to receive your award when I call your name and remain standing across the front. The Sunshine Award. These guys are smiling every day, the first to speak, the first to ask if we need something, and they just make class better in general. For Select Men, Ernesto Casas. For Advanced Men, Timos Mewa. For Bella Voce, Stephanie Escobar. And for Cantate, Gloria Yanito. Our Marvelous Newbie Awards. These are students who have never been in choir before but did an exceptional job this year, and we just wanted to recognize their efforts. There's a couple in Select Men, Mr. Chris Watley and Mr. Tanner Irvin. In cantate, Miss Lisbeth Abrigo. Our Vocal Growth Award this year goes to a young man who worked very hard at everything we did this year, and you can certainly tell, Mr. Chris Lujano. Eyes on the Conductor Award, these two individuals, I better not mess up because they are looking at me at all times, and they're going to do exactly what I show them. And I have enjoyed them very much. Jose A. Martinez and Valeria Quintanilla. Thank you. The Secretly Powerful Voice Award, these go to a couple of students who we have to encourage to share their voice regularly. You heard both of them tonight, and they were phenomenal. And select men, Mr. Edwin Soto. And from Cantate, Miss Adriana Bachelor. The Most Dedicated Award, this was a tricky one, but I feel that this young man deserves it wholeheartedly. He's there every morning and sometimes late in the afternoon, the last one to leave. So our Most Dedicated Award goes to Samson Heckers. Our Leadership Award, these are individuals who have gone above and beyond to be a leader on a daily basis in our class. And select men, Peter Duangmeni. In advanced men, Saul Akala. And in cantate, Miss Abigail Gray. Leader. Yes, and Abby. Yep. The Outstanding Choir Member Awards. This award is voted on in each class by their peers. Students were asked to think about the student they felt has contributed on a daily basis. The student has led by example every day and has a positive impact on their choir. These awards, the Outstanding Choir Member Awards, come with a $100 scholarship to ACC Choir Camp. Recipients of the Outstanding Choir Member Award are, would you like to give Bella Voce?
From Bella Voce, we have Karen Morales. And it was a tie, Madison Davis.
From advancement, it's another newbie, Angel Abrego. In selectmen, there was a tie, and I certainly couldn't choose between the two of them. So in selectmen, our Outstanding Choir Member awards go to Mr. James Bryce Atwood. And Mr. Gavin McVeigh. In cantate, the Outstanding Choir Member Award goes to Juana Araujo. Our last award this evening is awarded to students that are involved in both instrumental and vocal music at George Junior High and have shown musicianship skills beyond their years. This award comes with a $150 scholarship to ACC Choir Camp. The male recipient is a 2-year all-region band and choir member and a member of the Southwest ACDA 710 Men's Honor Choir. This student comes in every morning and every afternoon and asks how he can help. He seeks out opportunities to grow as a musician by challenging himself with more and more advanced music and more responsibility both in choir and band. I'm not sure if I'm only supposed to call him by his first name because last night Mr. Moore only called him by his first name like he was Cher, but I'm going to say both names. This award goes to Ian Gellicame. And for the first time ever, we have 2 female recipients. After visiting with Mr. Moore and Ms. Beatty about our top candidates, it was impossible to choose between the 2. Both young ladies are 2-year all-region choir and all-region band members. Both have influenced their sections and choir dramatically through vocal leadership, demonstrating beautiful tone, line, and technique. Their dedication over the last 2 years to their choir has been impressive to say the least. We are very excited to give this year's Outstanding Musician Awards to Miss Lizbeth Lopez, and Miss Helen Gomez. Help me show appreciation for these students one more time. You guys can go ahead and have a seat. Thank you, Jose. As they are exiting the stage, just a few announcements. First of all, thank you so much for being here with us this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. We sure have had a good time preparing it. Students, if you could do us a huge favor, I know we asked you to turn off your cell phones, but could you go ahead and turn those on and text your parents if they weren't able to be here tonight, and see if they could be here within the next 10, 15 minutes. That would really help us out. And then turn your phone back off again. Thank you. If you're a parent who is here, thank you so much. If you happen to know any of these young people and Mike could check in and make sure they have a ride, that would be greatly appreciated. ACC Choir Camp. In the lobby, you will find information for a summer music camp sponsored by Arkansas Choral Connection, held at the University of Central Arkansas in Conway. Many of our students sold candy bars to raise money to attend this camp. If you participated in the sale, all money is due this Friday, May 18th. If you are planning on attending, we need your registration to be completed and deposit turned in by May 23rd. You can register at accchoircamp.org. Please let us know as soon as possible if your student is planning to attend so that we can make provisions for George and Springdale High School students to have transportation to this camp in July. We would love to have as many George students there as possible. Parents, a huge thank you. We are very, very proud of all of the students that have performed tonight, and so thankful that you have chosen to share them with us, even for a little while. We are lucky to have been a small part of their time here at George and are appreciative of our choir parents' support. We are partial, but we believe that we have had the honor of teaching some of the best kids in all of Springdale, and that is due to you, the parents. We'd like to give you a hand. We could not make this program work without you, and your continued support of the arts is so important and very much appreciated. Mr. Button, can you turn up the house lights? One of the great things about working at George Junior High and going to school at George Junior High, in addition to our students and parents, are teachers, faculty, and administrators at George Junior High. Something that we like to do to show our appreciation to the faculty at George is make sure they know how much we want them at our concerts as our guests. Students are given one invitation and asked to invite one of their teachers at George who they would really like to share their concert with. If I could have all George teachers, faculty, administrators stand up, please, so we can show our appreciation. I can say with 100% certainty that multiple teachers attending outside of school hours events doesn't happen at every school, but at George, that's the norm. George teachers are the most supportive I've ever worked with. Thank you to all of my colleagues at George Junior High. I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to thank our fantastic sound engineer and lighting guru. Mr. Button works tirelessly here in Springdale to make sure that all events and performances run smoothly for our students. Did you like our new George logo and all the lights tonight? He did all of that. Thank you. And not only does he make us look good, he also makes us sound good. He is a genius, and we're so lucky to have him here in Springdale with us. Yes. Thank you to our students. These kids are just really, really great people. I have enjoyed teaching them, and I'm not sure that we'll have another group like this together, 8th and 9th grade, that are as talented, that show passion for music and dedication to taking care of each other like this particular group of kids. They've done everything we've asked, exceeded our expectations, and made our jobs a whole lot of fun. We hope they've had as much fun as we have teaching them. 9th graders, SHS is certainly lucky to be getting you, and I'm excited to see all of the things you will do. 8th graders, we're going to step up and take their spot, right? And all move forward together. But I am proud to have been their teacher this year, and we would like to thank them. To our students. And last one. A huge thank you from myself and our students to Mr. Olson for his work and dedication to George this year. His job is incredibly challenging. We don't get to see him every day, and sometimes we only get to see him twice a week. That's challenging because not only does he have our 250 students to learn their names, but also Lakeside's 200 and twice the concerts and schedules, and we'll have gone on for 3 days without him. By the time he comes back, he's got to catch up. So we're just very, very lucky to have him, and the only thing I would wish is that we had him every day. Thank you, Mr. Olson. Thank you again for sharing your students and your evening with us. We hope you've enjoyed it. Students who earn certificates and awards, please don't forget to come and pick them up after the concert if you don't have them already. That includes all region. And thank you to our drive time DJs, Abby Gray and Rosie DeBrum at GJHS 104.1. I'm going to turn it back over to them for our last song.
Well, that about wraps things up here for the Drive Time Show. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you have enjoyed our showcase of music that has changed the world. Let us send you off with one last song, reminding us on our drive home that for true love, no distance is too great. Ain't no mountain high enough.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby, just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry.